Crypto lending service BlockFi is the next platform to fall after the FTX exchange collapse. Let's talk about it. How's it going, everyone? My name is Jake with Trade Confident. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about BlockFi, the collapse of the crypto lending service, as well as going into some technical analysis of where I think Bitcoin could be heading next. Before I do that, though, I just wanted to talk to you guys about our membership. We just made a brand new trade call in our Telegram chat today, so if you want to get access to that, links are in the description. While the Telegram service where you're going to get all of the alerts is free, links again are in the description. The information is actually behind the membership, so if you want to get access, you got to sign up for our membership here. But here's this trade call here. Click on the inside tips page. You can get access right here. Last posted November 29th. Now with this membership on top of this, you're going to get access to 40 crypto trading charts, stock charts, and macro metrics here, totaling to over 40 charts overall. On top of that, you'll get access to our chat, masterclass courses, and monthly inner circle hangouts. This is a live event, and the next one's coming up pretty soon here, so make sure to sign up to get access. Thanks for listening to that quick plug. Let's get into the analysis. Crypto lender BlockFi files for bankruptcy protection. Crypto lender BlockFi has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. According to the firm's bankruptcy petition, BlockFi has claimed more than 100,000 creditors, as well as between 1 billion and 10 billion in both assets and liabilities. The way I'm interpreting this is 1 billion in assets and 10 billion in liabilities here, which ironically is about the same ratio of assets to liability as FTX themselves had. It was about 10 times the amount of liabilities compared to the assets before FTX actually collapsed. The petition discloses several major creditors. The biggest is Ankura Trust Company LLC, which the petition says it has an unsecured claim worth roughly $729 million. The next named creditors are FTX US and the Securities and Exchange Commission, which have unsecured claims of $275 million and $30 million respectively. So it was a super quick article, but 1 billion in assets and 10 billion in liabilities is just absolutely insane. This is, like I said, this is about the same ratio that FTX, about a 10-to-1 ratio of liabilities to assets before they completely collapsed. Now, BlockFi had blocked withdrawals earlier this month and finally have announced that they had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. And at this point, it looks like they're completely going under. This is not good news for anybody that used BlockFi for their lending services, and I'm sorry to hear this for anyone that actually had been part of that. With that, let's talk about Bitcoin. Right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin USD, the TC top and bottom finder metric on the TradeConfident.io website. Again, membership links are in the description. This was last updated today, November 29th. Now, at this point, we're just maintaining this linear structure here. So we've continuously hit this structure support, and you'll see this in more detail when I go to TradingView, but we are in a descending triangle pattern right here that could be breaking out pretty soon. We're seeing a little bit of bullish sentiment, which is good because we have not recovered after the FTX crash. We're not seeing much sentiment on the market reversal chart. The bars are pointing downwards, which typically means it's more likely to move up at this time, but there's no green bars, which indicate a very likely move up. The price structure is maintained below this blue line, showing that we're in a general downtrend. It's very, very slight, almost linear here, so it's very difficult to see, but based on the fact that the price structure is still below this blue line, it shows that we're in a downtrend. Right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin USD on the 4-hour time frame here. I'm looking at the TC top and bottom finder, trend exhaustion and price versus, well, money flow indicators here. My TC top and bottom finder is set to a signal strength of 10 here on the 4-hour time frame. You can see the TC top and bottom finder is getting some great calls here, posting buys and strong buys pretty much right at the bottom of each. This was a really interesting call here. We got a strong buy and a sell signal on the same candle. We discussed this in a video previously already, but the sell signal was obviously the better call here. We moved straight down after that. Typically, if you see this, you want to look at structure resistances and supports. Because we were at a structure resistance, it was more likely to move down at that point. It was pretty difficult to tell, but it's also good to look at other indicators too. Here we got much better calls with buys and strong buys literally at the very bottom. We got another strong buy and buy signal before we moved up. Right now, we are in a descending triangle pattern. Now, Travis just noted this in his Dogecoin video. That's a great video if you haven't watched it. It was posted earlier this morning. But as you can see, descending triangle pattern here, we have a horizontal support with a converging descending resistance line. We have 2 touches, 1 and 2 on the support, and we have kind of 2 touches. It's hard to call it right here, but basically 2 touches, 1, and this whole thing is basically 2 touches on the resistance. Now, as he noted in his previous video, typically when you see a descending triangle pattern, it'll move up, down, but once it starts ranging, basically riding one of the support or resistance levels, that's typically the direction that it's going to break out of. This is corroborated by the trend exhaustion and price versus well money flow. They're about middle of their chart despite being on a really strong resistance line, and this shows that we have a lot of room to move up. We could see a little bit of a move down here, probably not any further than $16,194. Just call it $16,200 here to meet structure support here. We have a couple of support structures at this point actually, but again, I think it's going to keep ranging until we actually break out. Typically when these 2 indicators are low, the trend exhaustion price versus well money flow are low while they're at a resistance level, this typically means we're more likely to actually break out soon. And since we are basically touching this continuously, we're riding this resistance line, I think it's very likely within the next few days we could break up out of this descending resistance level, out of this descending triangle. We see the same story on the 1-day time frame here. The price versus well money flow has moving out, which we're seeing on the 4-hour time frame. As you saw, we had a couple red candles, but the trend exhaustion is kind of in the middle but moving up on its chart. This shows we could be breaking out of this descending triangle pattern within the next few days. We'll be paying very close attention, and Travis and I will be keeping you updated on this. So let's talk price predictions at this point. Right now, the price is moving down. At this point, I do think we're probably going to hit structure support right about here. Let's just call it, let's just call it an even $16,200 right about there. I think we're going to fall down to that level, and I think we're going to move back up. And once that happens, I think this is where we could see a breakout happen. Once we do break out, I don't think it's going to be a very big one. I mean, the market just doesn't have enough volume to see anything huge. I think about 17,000 right about here to meet structure resistance up here probably would be the maximum to start. This also correlates directly with the red resistance line that pops up on the TC top and bottom finder here. So we have our support level. I think we're going to move down to 16,200 before bouncing up to meet structure resistance, and we'll have to evaluate at this point if we think it's going to break out, but I do think it will. I do think this next touch will be the breakout for Bitcoin, and when it does, I think we could reach a maximum of $17,000. I think this could happen within the next few days. I'm going to say probably early next week is when we could see the end of this play out, although it could take a little bit longer. The market's taking a long time to make any significant moves at this point. So during this time, we will keep you updated. Travis and I will be watching Bitcoin like a hawk and keeping everyone updated. Now, if you want to get access to these indicators you saw me use in this video, the trend exhaustion price versus one money flow and TC top and bottom finder, these indicators are absolutely killing it, are so imperative to help predict the market. If you want to get access to these, links to them are in the description. Once you click that link, it'll bring you to the indicator page here. The best possible deal for these indicators is to buy the bundle pack. This will give you access to the price versus well money flow and trend exhaustion indicators that you saw me use, as well as 7 other trading indicators here. All of these are absolutely amazing, guys. But on top of this, you'll actually get a $400 off coupon for the TC top and bottom finder and TC market reversal here. This brings the total using that coupon, all 11 trade confident indicators, for just the price of these 2 if you buy them alone. So the best possible deal is the bundle pack. Use that $400 off coupon and buy the TC top and bottom finder and TC market reversal here. No matter what you get, it's lifetime access for a one-time payment and full dedicated email support. So if you ever have any questions, please feel free to email us at btradeconfident@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to help you out as soon as possible. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more crypto content, education, and analysis every single weekday. With that, trade safe, trade confident, and I'll see you in the next video.